My child, listen carefully because you did not arrive here by accident. This message reached you at the moment your heart needed a reminder that heaven still sees you. You may think you clicked on a video, but I tell you, I have been reaching for your attention with love. I know the thoughts you have carried quietly. I know the worries you have pushed down so others would not see how tired you really are. You have wondered about money. You have wondered about bills, family needs, unfinished responsibilities, and the pressure of trying to make everything work. You have looked at what was in your hands and asked how it could ever be enough. You have smiled in front of people while your heart was calculating, hoping, praying, and asking when relief would come. My child, I saw it all. I saw the nights when you lay awake thinking about tomorrow. I saw the moments when you stayed silent because you did not want to worry anyone else. I saw the sacrifices no one thanked you for. I saw the times you gave when you needed help too. I saw you keep moving when your strength felt thin. Not one tear was hidden from me. Not one prayer fell to the ground unheard. Do not believe the lie that you are forgotten. Do not let the silence of a season convince you that I have stopped working. A quiet sky does not mean the sun has disappeared. A covered seed does not mean the harvest is dead. A closed page does not mean the story is finished. I am still writing, still guiding, still arranging details you cannot yet see. You have asked why things have taken so long. You have asked why the answer did not come when you expected it. You have wondered why some doors closed after you prayed for them to open. My child, delay does not always mean denial. Sometimes I slow the road because danger is ahead. Sometimes I close one path because another path carries greater peace. Sometimes I allow waiting because I am preparing you for what you asked me to place in your hands. The money you have been praying about, the provision you have hoped for, the relief your heart has been seeking, none of it is too difficult for me. But I want you to understand this from the beginning. I am not only preparing what will come to you, I am preparing who you are becoming. A blessing without wisdom can be wasted. A door without readiness can become overwhelming. Provision without peace can still leave the soul afraid. So I am healing your heart while I prepare your hands. My child, this message is here to strengthen you, not to make you passive. I am not calling you to sit in fear and wait for life to change by itself. I am calling you to rise with faith. I am calling you to look at what is already in your hands: a skill, an idea, a lesson, a connection, a small opportunity, a new habit, a quiet step you have delayed because fear kept speaking too loudly. I can begin with small things when they are surrendered to me. Remember this today. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far behind. The season that tested you did not erase your future. The pressure that made you cry did not remove your purpose. The mistakes you made did not cancel my mercy. I can teach you. I can restore you. I can guide you into a better chapter with wisdom, courage, and peace. There are people around you who may not understand what you have carried. They may see your outside and never know the weight inside your thoughts. But I know when you were tired and still kept going. I know when you encouraged someone else while needing encouragement yourself. I know when you chose kindness instead of bitterness. I know when you whispered, "God help me," because no other words would come. My child, I heard that whisper. This is why I brought you to this message, not to fill your mind with empty promises, but to awaken your faith again. Not to make you chase money without wisdom, but to remind you that I care about every need, every responsibility, every fear, and every dream you have placed before me. I am not careless with your life. I am not late in the way fear says I am late. I move with perfect knowledge, even when you only see a small part of the road. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration today. My faith is still alive. Say it not as a performance, but as a reminder to your own soul. Fear has spoken long enough. Worry has sat in the front seat long enough. It is time for faith to rise again, quietly, steadily, honestly, one step at a time. Stay with this message, my child, because there are truths your heart still needs to receive. There are places in your thinking I want to renew. There are fears I want to loosen. There are old disappointments I want to turn into wisdom. There are small steps I want to show you, so you can walk toward the provision, peace, and purpose I am preparing. I know some of you have been asking for a sign, not because you lack faith, but because your heart has been tired. Let this moment become a gentle sign that I have not turned away from you. The road ahead may still require patience, but you will not walk it alone, and you will not walk it without my care or my faithful guiding hand. Do not measure my love by the size of your bank account today. Do not measure your future by the pressure you feel this morning. Do not measure your worth by what has not happened yet. You are seen. You are held. You are guided. You are still becoming. I brought you here for a reason, and that reason is not fear. It is hope. It is renewal. It is preparation. It is the reminder that your story is still open in my hands. Listen with your heart, because this is only the beginning of what I want to speak over your life. Your waiting has not been wasted, and in the next part I will show you why every hidden season has carried purpose. My child, now that you know I brought you here for a reason, I want you to understand something your heart has needed to hear for a long time. Your waiting was not wasted. The months you spent wondering, the years you spent hoping, the prayers you repeated when nothing seemed to move, none of it disappeared from my sight. I saw every moment. You thought some seasons were only empty space between your prayers and the answer. You thought the quiet days meant nothing was happening. You thought the delay was proof that life had passed you by. But my child, waiting is not always empty. Sometimes waiting is the room where I prepare what your eyes cannot yet see. A field can look still after seed has been planted. The ground does not shout when roots are forming. The farmer may walk past the same soil day after day and see no harvest above the surface. Yet beneath the ground, life is beginning. Roots are reaching, strength is forming, and the future is being prepared in silence. Your life has been like that field. You have asked me for provision. You have asked me for peace. You have asked me to help you carry your family, your responsibilities, your bills, your future, and the weight of decisions you did not know how to make. And when the answer did not appear quickly, you wondered if I had turned away. I didn't turn away. I was working under the surface. My child, I saw the mornings when you woke up tired, but still tried again. I saw the days when you wanted to complain but chose patience. I saw the times you helped someone else while secretly needing help yourself. I saw when you kept your heart soft after disappointment tried to make you bitter. These things were not small to me. They were seeds. Every quiet act of faith has been gathered before me. Every tear that fell when no one was near has been seen. Every time you chose honesty when a shortcut looked easier. Every time you chose gratitude when worry wanted control. Every time you kept moving when giving up felt tempting. I was forming something inside you. Do not call those years wasted. They taught you endurance. They taught you discernment. They taught you that not every open door is safe, and not every closed door is punishment. They taught you to listen more carefully, to pray more honestly, to value peace more deeply, and to stop building your hope only on what you can hold in your hands. Sometimes I allowed you to wait, because the blessing you were asking for needed a stronger foundation. A house built too quickly can shake when storms arrive. A tree without roots cannot carry heavy branches. A heart without wisdom can lose what it begged to receive. So while you waited for the outside to change, I was strengthening the inside. I know that was not easy. I know the waiting hurt. I know you looked at other people and wondered why their doors opened sooner. You saw their celebrations, their progress, their answered prayers, and you quietly asked when your own moment would come. My child, do not let comparison steal the meaning of your season. Their timing is not your timing. Their path is not your path. Their harvest does not cancel yours. There were moments when you thought you were behind, but you were being prepared. There were moments when you thought you were forgotten, but you were being protected. There were moments when you thought you were stuck, but I was teaching you to grow roots in faith, so when the wind came, you would not fall apart. As it is written in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, "Do not grow weary while doing good, for in due season you shall reap if you do not lose heart." My child, due season belongs to me. Fear does not own it. Pressure does not control it. People cannot rush it. Your anxious thoughts cannot cancel it. I know the appointed time for what I am growing in you. Your waiting has been carrying lessons that money alone could never give. I am teaching you how to receive without becoming proud. I am teaching you how to manage without fear. I am teaching you how to give without losing wisdom. I am teaching you how to be grateful before increase, so that when increase comes, your heart will not forget the giver. Do not think I ignored your financial concerns. I know the pressure of bills. I know the concern for family. I know the tired feeling that comes when you want to provide, but the numbers do not seem to agree with your needs. I know the thoughts you have not spoken aloud. I know the prayers you have whispered while looking at what seemed too small. But even there, your waiting was not wasted. It has been teaching you to look carefully at what is already in your hands. A skill you can improve, a habit. You can build a door. You can knock on a lesson. You can use a small opportunity you may have overlooked because you expected the answer to come in only one way. I can use what is already near you. My child, do not despise the slow work. Slow does not mean stopped. Quiet does not mean dead. Hidden does not mean forgotten. Think of bread rising beneath a cloth. Think of rain gathering in clouds before it touches the ground. Think of a child growing day by day until suddenly the change becomes visible. I have been doing steady work in you. If these words are touching the tired place in your heart, let this be your declaration. I will trust the wait. Say it with humility. Say it with honesty. Say it not because waiting is easy, but because I have been faithful even when the road felt long. Stay with this message, my child, because I am not finished speaking strength into you. There are still fears I want to calm, still thoughts I want to renew, still wisdom I want to place within you. You are not only waiting for money, relief, or opportunity. You are becoming someone prepared to carry the next season with peace. Look back for a moment, not to live in the past, but to see that I carried you through it. You survived days you thought would break you. You made it through nights that felt too heavy. You learned lessons you never expected to need. You grew stronger in places you once felt weak. That is not wasted time. That is formation. And now, as you continue listening, I want your heart to become steady. Your waiting has not been wasted, and your delay has not been meaningless. In the next part, I will show you more clearly why delay is not denial, and why some answers arrive later, because I am protecting the blessing, the timing, and the person you are becoming with. Patience, wisdom, gratitude, and a heart ready to receive fully well. My child, now that you know your waiting was not wasted, I want you to understand why the delay has felt so heavy. You looked for the answer, and when it did not come quickly, your heart began to wonder if I had said no. You prayed for relief, for provision, for a door to open, for the pressure to lift, and when the road stayed quiet, fear tried to tell you I had forgotten. But listen to me with your heart. Delay is not denial. A slower answer is not proof that I am absent. A quiet season is not proof that heaven is closed. A door that does not open today is not proof that every door will stay shut. Sometimes I hold back what you want because I am protecting what you cannot see. You see the moment. I see the whole road. You see the need in front of you. I see the people timing lessons, dangers, and opportunities connected to your future. You see one bill, one responsibility, one problem, one urgent prayer. I see how the answer must arrive when your heart will be ready, and what must be removed before the blessing can stay. My child, if I gave everything the moment you asked, you might receive what your heart wasn't prepared to carry. A blessing without wisdom can become pressure. Money without discipline can disappear. An opportunity without character can create confusion. A door opened too soon can lead you into a room where your peace is not strong enough to stand. So I prepare both the gift and the person who will receive it. Think of a parent who sees a child reaching for something dangerous. The child may cry because the parent says, "Wait," but the waiting is love. The child sees only desire. The parent sees the risk. In the same way, there have been moments when my delay was not rejection. It was protection. It was mercy standing between you and something that looked helpful, but would have harmed your heart. I know this is difficult when the need feels urgent. I know financial pressure can make patience feel painful. I know it is hard to sleep peacefully when your mind keeps counting what must be paid, fixed, handled, or answered. I know the ache of wondering how tomorrow will work out. My child, I am not blind to those details. I care about them more than you know, but I don't want fear to become the voice that interprets your delay. Fear says nothing is happening. Faith says, I am still working. Fear says you have been left. Faith says, I am preparing the right path. Fear says the answer is gone. Faith says the appointed time has not been missed. As it is written in Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, the vision is for an appointed time. Though it waits, wait for it, because it will surely come. My child, appointed time is not wasted time. Appointed time is protected time. It is the space where roots grow, where wisdom deepens, where pride softens, where your eyes learn to look beyond panic and see my hand. You have been asking for more, and I hear that prayer. But while you ask for more, I am also teaching you how to handle what is already near. I am teaching you to notice small opportunities. I am teaching you to manage small resources with care. I am teaching you to speak with hope instead of defeat. I am teaching you to take responsible steps without letting worry rule your spirit. Sometimes the answer comes as a sudden door. Sometimes it comes as an idea. Sometimes it comes through a person, a skill, a new habit, a lesson, or a path you once overlooked. Do not demand that I answer in only the way you imagined. I have many ways to provide. I can send ravens to Elijah. I can place oil in the widow's jar. I can multiply what looks small when it is surrendered with faith. My child, your delay is also teaching you discernment. You are learning not to chase every shiny offer. You are learning not to make decisions from desperation. You are learning not to trade your peace for quick relief. The enemy loves rushed decisions. but I teach you steady wisdom. A desperate heart can grab a door that looks open but leads to bondage. A patient heart can wait for the door that carries peace. There were moments when you thought a certain opportunity was the only way your need could be met. You watched it slip away and felt confused. But my child, one lost path does not exhaust my supply. I can provide through ways you have not planned, through people you have not met, through ideas you have not considered. So when one door stays closed, do not build your whole future around disappointment. Lift your eyes, ask for wisdom. Take the next honest step. Keep your spirit teachable. I may be redirecting you towards something cleaner, safer, and better aligned with the person I am helping you become. My timing may feel slow, but my care has never been absent from you. Do not hate the delay that is making you wiser. Do not curse the process that is making you stronger. Do not call yourself forgotten because I am moving carefully. A surgeon moves slowly because the work matters. A builder measures carefully because the house must stand. A gardener prunes with intention because the fruit is coming. I am not careless with your life. If these words are touching your heart, let this be your declaration. I trust the journey. Say it when fear rises. Say it when the answer feels slow. Say it when you see others moving ahead and your own field still looks quiet. Say it not because you understand everything, but because you are choosing to trust the one who does. Stay with this message, my child, because I am leading you step by step. There are still truths your heart needs to receive before you look at your situation with peace instead of panic. I want to renew the way you see delay, because the way you see the waiting will shape the way you walk through it. Your delay is not denial. Your slow season is not abandonment. Your unanswered prayer today is not proof that your future is empty. I am working with wisdom, mercy, timing, and love. Keep your heart open. Keep your hands faithful. Keep your steps honest. Keep your mind steady. What I prepare in the right time will carry more peace than what you tried to force too early. And now, my child, I want to speak more directly to the place where your heart has carried the heaviest pressure. In the next part, I will show you that I have seen your financial worries, your family responsibilities, your silent fears, and the questions you have been carrying about how everything will work out. My child, now that you understand, delay is not denial. I want to speak directly to the worry you have carried about money. I have seen the numbers that made your heart feel tight. I have seen the bills on the table, the responsibilities, weighting the family needs, pressing on your mind, and the quiet fear that asks how everything will be handled. You may not speak about it to many people. You may keep a calm face, answer others with a smile, and say, "You are doing fine." But I know what happens when the room becomes quiet. I know the thoughts that come when you look at what you have and compare it with what is needed. I know the heaviness that comes when tomorrow seems to require more than today can provide. My child, I saw the moments when you tried to stretch a little into enough. I saw when you delayed something for yourself so someone else could be cared for. I saw when you counted carefully planned quietly and hoped no unexpected problem would appear. I saw when you wanted to rest, but your mind kept turning over the same question. How will this work out? You are not wrong for bringing these concerns to me. I do not shame you for caring about provision. I know you live in a world where food, shelter, medicine, transportation, family needs, and daily responsibilities require attention. I know money pressure can feel like a hand around the chest. I know it can make even a faithful heart feel tired. But listen to me, my child. Your financial worry is not too small for my love and not too large for my power. I care about your spirit, and I care about your daily bread. I care about your prayers, and I care about the practical needs that sit in front of you. Do not separate your faith from the parts of life that feel ordinary. I am present there too. As it is written in Matthew chapter 6, verse 26, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they, my child?" This does not mean you stop working or stop using wisdom. It means you stop believing that fear must be your provider. Fear tells you to panic. Wisdom tells you to plan. Fear tells you there will never be enough. Faith tells you to trust me while taking the next right step. Fear says the future is already ruined. Hope says, I can still open a way. I want you to learn the difference because financial worry can become a loud voice if you let it rule your heart. I have seen how money concerns can affect the way you sleep, the way you speak, the way you make decisions, and the way you see yourself. Sometimes you thought your worth was measured by what you could provide. Sometimes you felt embarrassed because you needed help. Sometimes you blamed yourself for every struggle even when life placed weight on you that was never simple. My child, you are not your bank balance. You are not your bills. You are not the number that appears on a screen. You are not the mistakes you made when you were learning. You are not the season when resources felt thin. You are my child, and your value was established before you ever earned, lost, saved, borrowed, or paid anything. Still, I want to make you wise. I want to bring peace, but I also want to build discipline. I want to provide, but I also want to teach stewardship. I want to open doors, but I also want you to notice the habits that either protect or drain what comes into your hands. Provision is a blessing, and wisdom helps that blessing remain. So bring your finances into the light with me. Do not hide them in shame. Do not pretend you are not worried. Sit with me in honesty. Ask for wisdom. Look carefully at what is in your hands. What can be managed better? What can be learned? What small step can be taken today? What skill can be improved? What expense needs attention? What opportunity have you ignored because fear made you feel frozen? I am not asking you to solve everything in one day. I am asking you to stop letting worry make every decision. One wise step matters. One honest conversation matters. One better habit matters. One small act of discipline matters. A wall is built one stone at a time. A debt is faced one decision at a time. A new season begins with one faithful step. You have asked me for financial peace, and I hear you. But peace is not only the absence of pressure. Peace is the presence of my guidance inside the pressure. Peace is knowing that you can breathe, pray, think clearly, and move wisely, because you are not alone. I am with you in the planning. I am with you in the waiting. I am with you in the rebuilding. Do not let worry make you harsh. Do not let pressure make you bitter. Do not let lack make you forget the blessings still around you. Gratitude does not ignore the need. Gratitude keeps the need from becoming your only vision. When you thank me for what remains, your heart becomes stronger to face what still needs attention. My child, I saw the sacrifices no one noticed. I saw the work no one celebrated. I saw the effort you gave even when the results seemed small. I saw the way you cared about your family. I saw the tears you held back because you wanted to stay strong. You were never unseen in that place. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I trust God with my needs. Say it slowly. Say it when worry rises. Say it when the numbers look heavy. Say it when you do not yet know the full answer. Say it not to deny reality, but to remind your soul that reality is not stronger than me. Stay with this message, my child, because I am not only calming your fear, I am preparing your heart for provision. I am teaching you to receive with humility, manage with wisdom, give with love, and walk without panic. The pressure you feel today is not the final voice over your tomorrow. I have seen your financial worries, and I have not turned away. Bring them to me again. Bring the bills, the plans, the needs, the questions, the fears, and the small hopes you barely speak aloud. I will meet you with wisdom, strength, guidance, and peace. I am near in every practical detail today. And as you learn that I have seen your financial worries, I will begin showing you that the provision you have long awaited is not forgotten. In the next part, I will speak to the blessing being prepared and to the heart that must be ready to receive it well. My child, now that I have spoken to the place where financial worry has pressed against your heart, I want you to hear me clearly. The provision you have long awaited is not forgotten. The relief your heart has hoped for has not been lost in the distance. I am preparing what you cannot yet see. You may look at your life today and only see unfinished needs. You may see bills, responsibilities, and questions still in front of you. You may wonder how something good can be prepared when the evidence around you still feels small. But my child, the work of my hand often begins before your eyes can recognize it. A door can be forming before the handle is visible. Rain can be gathering before one drop touches the ground. Do not think preparation means nothing is happening. Preparation is movement that has not yet reached the surface. It is the unseen connection. It is the wisdom being planted in your heart. It is the right person being positioned. It is the wrong path being blocked. It is the small skill being strengthened before the bigger opportunity arrives. I know you have asked for money, but I am preparing more than money. I am preparing peace with provision. I am preparing wisdom with increase. I am preparing discipline with opportunity. I am preparing a heart that will not be ruled by fear when the blessing comes into your hands. My child, there are blessings that can hurt an unprepared heart. Money without wisdom can disappear quickly. Increase without humility can create pride. Opportunity without patience can create confusion. A door without discernment can lead someone into pressure instead of peace. So while you wait for provision, I am shaping the vessel that will receive it. Think of a cup being cleaned before fresh water into it. If the cup is cracked or unstable, the water cannot be held well. In the same way, I have been working on the inside of you. I have been healing fear, teaching patience, strengthening honesty, and showing you where old habits need to change. This is not punishment. This is preparation. As it is written in Philippians chapter 4, verse 19, I shall supply all your need according to my riches and glory by Christ Jesus. My child, I know your need. I know the practical details. I know what must be paid, repaired, decided, and handled. But I also know the deeper needs beneath the surface. You need courage. You need clarity. You need calm thinking. You need wisdom that can protect what I provide. Do not let desperation make you careless. When people are tired, they can reach for anything that promises quick relief. But not every fast answer is a good answer. Not every offer carries my peace. Not every shortcut leads to freedom. Some shortcuts create chains. Some easy paths become heavy later. I am teaching you to wait for provision that doesn't steal your soul. The help I prepare may come in a way you did not expect. It may come through work, through an idea, through a connection, through a door you were afraid to knock on, through a skill you choose to develop, through a wise decision you make today, or through favor that arrives at the right time. Do not limit me to one method. I have more ways to provide than you have ways to worry. Remember the widow with the small jar of oil. I used what was already in her house. I multiplied what she surrendered in obedience. My child, sometimes the beginning of provision is not far away. Sometimes it starts with something already near you. Something you have overlooked because fear kept your eyes on what was missing. Look again at what is in your hands. What ability have you buried? What lesson have you learned through hardship? What small chance is waiting for your courage? What conversation needs to happen? What habit needs to be built? What waste needs to be removed? What gift have you hidden because disappointment told you it was not enough? I am not asking you to create provision by your own power. I am asking you to participate with faith. Faith does not sit in fear and call it patience. Faith listens, obeys, learns works honestly, and moves when I give the next step. I will not bless fear that refuses to move forever. My child, do not measure provision only by a sudden amount. Sometimes provision is an open door. Sometimes it is a new understanding. Sometimes it is discipline returning to your life. Sometimes it is a relationship that brings wisdom. Sometimes it is the removal of something that was draining you. Sometimes it is peace that helps you make better decisions. I want you to receive with open hands and a humble heart. When increase comes, remember me. When relief comes, do not forget the lessons of the waiting. When a door opens, do not become careless. When money enters your hands, ask me how to steward it. Give with wisdom. Save with discipline. Spend with purpose. Help where I lead you. Live with gratitude. As it is written in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you power to get wealth. My child, I am able to give strength, ideas, opportunities favor wisdom and endurance. I am able to guide your hands toward what is fruitful. I am able to make the work of your hands meaningful when you walk with honesty and faith. I am also teaching you to recognize provision when it arrives quietly. Sometimes it will not look like a miracle at first. It may look like order, returning courage, rising a burden, lifting, or one wise step becoming clear. Do not dismiss those beginnings. Many streams begin as hidden springs before they become rivers that refresh a weary land in due season too. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I am ready to receive wisely. Say it with reverence. Say it as a prayer. Say it as a decision that you will not only ask for provision, but also become prepared to handle it with peace. Stay with this message, my child, because I am still teaching your heart how to recognize my provision without becoming anxious, proud, or careless. What you have long awaited is not forgotten. The season is not empty. The preparation is not pointless. I am arranging, strengthening, guiding, and shaping. Do not be afraid because you cannot see the full supply yet. I know where the river begins. I know when the rain will fall. Trust me in the preparation. Walk with wisdom in the waiting. Keep your heart clean, your hands faithful, and your eyes open. And as you learn that your long-awaited provision is being prepared, I will remind you of someone who waited through betrayal, loneliness, and delay before stepping into purpose. In the next part, you will remember Joseph, and you will see that what looked like postponement was actually preparation for a greater assignment. My child, now that I have told you your long-awaited provision is being prepared, I want you to remember Joseph. His story was not smooth, quick, or easy to understand while he was walking through it. From the outside, it looked like delay. It looked like betrayal. It looked like one closed door after another. But from my view, I was arranging every step for a purpose he could not yet see. Joseph received a dream before he received the position. He saw a glimpse of what I placed ahead of him, but he didn't know the road would pass through pain. He did not know that the path toward leadership would first take him through rejection, a pit slavery, false accusation, and prison. My child, sometimes a promise begins with light, but the journey to maturity passes through places that feel dark. His brothers looked at him with jealousy. They did not understand the dream. They did not honor what I had shown him. They sold him away from the place he knew. And to human eyes, it seemed as if his future had been stolen. But listen carefully. People can take a coat, but they cannot take my calling. People can remove you from a place, but they cannot remove you from my hand. You have known seasons like that in your own way. Maybe someone failed to support you. Maybe someone judged your struggle without understanding your story. Maybe a door closed when you needed help. Maybe you felt pushed into a season you never chose. My child, I saw that pain. I saw the shock, disappointment, and quiet ache of wondering why the road had changed. But Joseph's pit was not the end of his story, and your hard place is not the end of yours. A pit can be painful, but it cannot bury what I have spoken over a life. A delay can be long, but it cannot outlast my purpose. A betrayal can wound the heart, but it cannot cancel the future I am still able to build. When Joseph was taken into Egypt, he served faithfully. He did not have control over every circumstance, but he still had control over the kind of heart he carried. He worked with integrity. My child, this is important. Waiting seasons are not only for surviving, they are for becoming. You may be waiting for financial peace, for provision, for an open door, for relief from pressure. But while you wait, I am teaching you to serve faithfully with what is in front of you. I am teaching you to grow where you are. I am teaching you to handle small responsibilities with a clean heart, because greater responsibility requires hidden preparation. Joseph did what was right, and still he was falsely accused. That is hard to understand when you believe obedience should bring quick reward. But my child, do not think I ignored him in that moment. I was still with him. Even in prison, my favor did not leave him. Even when the place looked lower, the preparation continued deeper. There will be times when you do the right thing and still feel delayed. You may work honestly and still wait for increase. You may pray faithfully and still face pressure. You may give kindness and still feel overlooked. Do not let that make you bitter. Obedience is never wasted before me, even when reward is not immediate. Joseph interpreted dreams for others, while his own dreams still seemed far away. Think about that. He helped someone else understand their future, while he was still waiting for his own door to open. My child, there is a holy lesson there. Do not stop using your gift because your breakthrough has not arrived yet. Do not stop encouraging others because your own need is still present. What you do faithfully in the waiting is part of your preparation. I saw Joseph in the prison. I saw his patience. I saw his character. I saw the way the waiting was shaping him. The palace would require wisdom, self-control, discernment, humility, and strength. Those qualities were not formed in one day. They were formed through years of trusting me when life did not make sense. You have asked me why your provision has taken so long. Sometimes it is because I am building qualities in you that the next season will require. I am building wisdom so you do not waste what comes. I am building patience so pressure does not control you. I am building humility so increase does not make you forget me. I am building discernment, so you do not confuse every opportunity with my direction. When the appointed time came, Joseph was brought from prison to stand before Pharaoh. The change looked sudden to everyone watching, but it was not sudden to me. It was the fruit of years I had been using. My child, what looks sudden in public is often prepared for a long time in private. This is why you must not lose heart, because your life looks quiet. One conversation can open a door. One opportunity can shift a direction. One moment of favor can connect years of preparation. I know how to bring your name forward at the right time. I know how to place you where your wisdom, experience, and faith can be used. As it is written in Genesis chapter 50, verse 20, "What others meant for evil, I meant for good." Joseph could look back and see my hand over the story. He could see that the pit, the prison, and the delay did not destroy the promise. They prepared him to save many lives. My child, I can do the same with what you have lived through. I can use the pressure that taught you discipline. I can use the financial concern that taught you wisdom. I can use the rejection that taught you not to build your identity on approval. I can use the waiting that taught you to depend on me. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. God is preparing me. Say it when the road feels long. Say it when others move ahead. Say it when your own answer has not fully appeared. Say it because your heart needs to remember that delay in my hands can become preparation. Stay with this message, my child, because Joseph's story is not only about waiting. It is about becoming ready for responsibility. It is about learning faithfulness before increase. It is about trusting me. You may not understand every step now, but one day you will look back and see that I was closer than you thought. The hard place did not defeat you. The waiting did not erase you. The delay did not cancel my care. I am still preparing your provision, your wisdom, and your next chapter. And as you remember Joseph in the waiting, I will show you next that what hurt you has also been training you. The pain you survived did not remove your purpose. It has been shaping strength, compassion, discipline, and wisdom for what is coming. My child, now that you have remembered Joseph in the waiting, I want you to look again at the things that hurt you. I know you did not ask for those wounds. You did not ask for betrayal pressure, disappointment, rejection, or the seasons when you had to be strong with very little support. I saw how those moments touched your heart. But listen carefully. What hurt you did not have the final word over you. What wounded you did not have the power to erase your purpose. What pressed against you has been used in my hands to train wisdom, patience, strength, and compassion inside you. The pain was real, but it was not useless. You wondered why certain situations were allowed to stretch you so deeply. You wondered why financial pressure came when your heart was already tired. You wondered why people you trusted did not understand your struggle. You wondered why some doors stayed closed when you were doing your best to move forward. My child, I heard those questions. I am not telling you to pretend it did not hurt. I am not asking you to call pain good when it was painful. I am telling you that I am greater than what happened. I know how to take a hard season and turn it into a classroom. I know how to take a wound and teach the heart to heal with wisdom. I know how to take pressure and form endurance. A muscle grows through resistance. A tree becomes stronger when its roots push deeper into the soil. Gold is refined by fire, not because the fire is kind, but because the gold is precious. In the same way, some of the pressure you survived revealed what was hidden inside you. It showed you strength you did not know you had. It showed you places where you needed healing. It showed you what needed to change. My child, the pain taught you discernment. You learned that not every voice deserves access to your heart. You learned that not every opportunity is aligned with peace. You learned that not every person who smiles beside you is meant to walk with you into every season. That lesson hurt, but it also protected you. The financial struggle taught you wisdom too. It taught you to look more carefully at your choices. It taught you to value what is in your hands. It taught you that peace is not built only by having more, but by walking with guidance, discipline, and trust. It taught you to pray differently, plan differently, and notice small doors you once ignored. Do not be ashamed of the lessons you learned through hardship. Some wisdom does not come from comfort. Some wisdom is born when life forces you to slow down, look honestly, and choose a better path. You have learned how heavy worry can become. Now you can learn how freeing faith and wisdom can be when they work together. As it is written in Romans chapter 5, verse 3 and verse 4, suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance produces character, and character produces hope. My child, I have been forming hope in you. Not shallow hope that disappears when trouble comes, but tested hope. Hope that has stood in the rain. Hope that has walked through long nights. Hope that still says, God is not finished with me. I saw you when you kept going after disappointment. I saw you when you rose again after a mistake. I saw you when you chose honesty, even though fear suggested a shortcut. I saw you when you chose kindness, even though your own heart needed comfort. Those choices trained something in you. They built spiritual strength in places no one else could see. Think of a ship being prepared for deep waters. It cannot be built only for calm lakes if it is meant to cross strong seas. The wood must be shaped. The frame must be strengthened. The anchor must be trusted. My child, I have not been preparing you for a small life ruled by fear. I have been strengthening you for deeper waters, wider responsibility, and greater peace. That is why you mustn't keep calling yourself broken. You are healing. You are learning. You are becoming wiser. The scar does not mean the story ended there. A scar can become a reminder that you survived and that my grace carried you through. Do not worship the wound, but do not ignore the wisdom that came from it. Some people only want blessing without training. They want provision without preparation, increase without discipline, opportunity without character. But I love you too much to leave you untrained for what you prayed to receive. I am teaching you to carry blessing without losing peace. I am teaching you to receive increase without forgetting gratitude. I am teaching you to walk through open doors without leaving wisdom behind. My child, what hurt you has also softened you. You understand tired hearts because you have been tired. You understand pressure because you have carried pressure. You understand waiting because you have waited. This means your future blessing will not only help you, it will make you able to speak gently to someone else who is standing where you once stood. Do not let pain make you bitter. Let me make you better. Bitterness builds walls that keep out both hurt and healing. Wisdom builds gates. It knows what to allow in and what to keep out. I am teaching you that difference. I want your heart protected, but not hardened. Wise, but still loving. Strong, but still humble. Careful, but still full of hope. Your pain will not become your prison when you give it to me. It will become testimony, wisdom, compassion. I am teaching you to carry the lesson without carrying the chain, to remember without returning, and to heal without losing hope. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I am growing through this. Say it when old memories rise. Say it when you wonder why the road was hard. Say it when you feel tempted to believe nothing good came from the struggle. I am telling you, Growth has been happening. Stay with this message, my child, because I am still uncovering the purpose hidden inside your process. You are not only waiting for provision, you are being trained to walk in it wisely. The challenges behind you have been shaping your hands, your mind, your choices, and your faith for what is coming. Look at yourself with compassion today. You survived more than people know. You carried more than you explained. You learned lessons that cost you tears, but you are still here, still breathing, still able to hope, still able to rise. That is not weakness. That is evidence of my sustaining grace. What hurt you has been training you not to live in pain, but to walk forward with greater wisdom. And in the next part, I will teach you why you must not compare your timeline with anyone else's, because another person's harvest does not cancel the season I am preparing for you. My child, now that I have shown you how what hurt you has been training you, I want to protect your heart from another quiet danger. Do not compare your timeline with someone else's. Do not look at another person's open door and decide that I have forgotten yours. Do not watch another person's harvest and believe your own field has been abandoned. I know how easy it is to compare when you are tired. You see someone receiving the answer you have prayed for. You see someone stepping into opportunity while you are still waiting. You see someone talking about increased peace or progress, and a quiet ache rises inside you. You smile for them, but inside you wonder, Father, when will it be my turn? My child, I heard that question too. Comparison is heavy because it makes you measure your hidden process against someone else's visible moment. You see their fruit, but you do not see the years their roots were growing under the soil. You see their open door, but you do not see the hallway they cried in before it opened. You see their smile, but you do not know the prayers, losses, lessons, and private battles that came before the celebration. Do not judge your journey by a picture of someone else's season. A tree in bloom is not mocking the seed still underground. The sunrise in one city does not mean another place has been forgotten by the light. Every field has its own season. Every seed has its own appointed time. Every story has chapters that unfold in the order I know is best. When you compare, you begin to lose gratitude for what I am doing in you now. You stop noticing the strength that has grown. You stop honoring the wisdom you have gained. You stop seeing the small doors, the small improvements, the quiet peace, the lessons that are forming your future. Comparison turns your eyes away from your own field and makes you stare at soil I didn't assign you to manage. My child, another person's blessing does not subtract from mine. I am not limited. I do not run out of provision because someone else received help. I do not close your future because another heart is celebrating. My goodness is not a small table with too few seats. I know how to feed many. I know how to open different doors at different times. I know how to bring each child into the season prepared for them. Remember this when jealousy tries to whisper. Their moment is not your rejection. Their increase is not your failure. Their answer is not proof that your prayer has been ignored. You can celebrate what I am doing for another person without losing faith for what I am preparing for you. I want your heart free enough to rejoice with others, not with a fake smile that hides bitterness, but with true trust that says, if God did it there, He is still able here. When you bless another person's harvest, you protect your own heart from envy. When you thank me for their open door, you remind your soul that I am still the God who opens doors. As it is written in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11, I have made everything beautiful in its time. My child, in its time means there is timing, there is order, there is preparation, there is ripening. Fruit picked too early can taste bitter. A door opened too soon can become pressure. A blessing received without readiness can create confusion. I am not trying to make you late. I am making you ready. You may feel behind, because the world measures life by speed. The world asks how much you have, how fast you achieved it, how visible your progress looks, how your life compares with someone else's. But I measure deeper things. I look at faithfulness. I look at character. I look at humility. I look at whether your heart can carry peace when increase comes. I look at what is growing beneath the surface. Do not let the world rush you into shame. You are not behind in my eyes because your season looks different. A vineyard does not grow like a wheat field. A river does not move like a flame. A mountain path does not feel like an open road. Yet each one has purpose. Your life does not need to copy another life in order to be blessed. I know you have prayed for financial peace. I know you have wondered why some people seem to move ahead with ease, while you have had to learn through pressure. But my child, your path has been shaping you for a kind of wisdom that quick increase could not have taught. You are learning to value small provision. You are learning to think carefully. You are learning to pray before acting. You are learning not to worship money, but to steward it with gratitude. That kind of formation matters. Do not despise it because it came slowly. Many people receive quickly and lose quickly because the inside was never prepared. I am teaching you to build with roots, not just reach for fruit. I am teaching you to become stable, not just excited. I am teaching you to hold blessing without letting blessing hold you. My child, the enemy wants comparison to make you stop. He wants you to say, "It is too late for me." He wants you to believe your chance is past. He wants you to bury your gift because someone else looks farther ahead. But I am telling you, your life is still moving. Your story is still being written. Your field is still under my care. Do not abandon your assignment because someone else's assignment looks brighter today. Do not stop watering your seed because another tree has already bloomed. Do not curse your quiet season because another person is standing in a public moment. Keep tending what I placed in your hands. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep walking with faith. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I will honor my season. Say it when comparison rises. Say it when you feel behind. Say it when another person celebrates and your own answer is still forming. Say it because your heart must remember that my timing for you is not a mistake. Stay with this message, my child, because I am teaching you how to wait without envy and prepare without fear. Your timeline is not broken. Your process is not meaningless. Your season is not inferior. I am working in ways fitted to your purpose, your heart, your needs, and the future I see. Lift your eyes away from comparison and bring them back to me. I know the path, the pace, and the provision prepared for you. And in the next part, I will show you how to prepare while you are waiting, because the right season is not only something you expect, it is something you become ready to walk into with wisdom, discipline, gratitude, and faith, and steady courage in your spirit. My child, now that I have told you not to compare your timeline with anyone else's, I want to show you what to do while you wait. Waiting is not meant to make you sit frozen in fear. Waiting is not meant to make you stare at the door and forget the tools already in your hands. Waiting can become a season of preparation if you walk through it with faith. Many people misunderstand waiting. They think waiting means doing nothing. They think faith means folding their hands, watching life pass, and hoping something changes without their participation. But my child, I did not create you to live in fear, confusion, or delay without direction. I want you to wait with wisdom. I want you to prepare with peace. A farmer who waits for harvest does not abandon the field. He waters. He watches. He removes weeds. He protects the young plant. He does what can be done today while trusting the season he cannot control. In the same way, there are things you force, but there are things you can faithfully prepare. You cannot force every door to open today. You cannot control every person's decision. You cannot make every answer arrive on your calendar, but you can grow. You can learn. You can become more disciplined. You can manage what is in your hands. You can build habits that will help you carry what you are praying for. My child, if you are asking me for financial peace, prepare for it. If you are asking for provision, learn to steward. If you are asking for opportunity, strengthen the abilities I placed within you. If you are asking for a new season, begin living like someone who will not waste it when it comes. Look at your time. Look at your words. Look at your habits. Look at how you handle small amounts before asking for greater amounts. Look at how you respond when stress rises. I am not showing you these things to condemn you. I am showing you where growth can begin. Small preparation matters. A small budget written honestly matters. A small debt faced with courage matters. A small skill practiced daily matters. A small habit of gratitude matters. A small decision to wake up with purpose matters. You may want one large miracle, but I often use many small steps to lead you into lasting change. Do not despise the ordinary work of preparation. Cleaning your room can teach order. Keeping a promise can strengthen integrity. Learning a new skill can open a door. Apologizing can heal a relationship. Saving a little can train discipline. Turning off distractions can restore focus. These things may not look dramatic, but they prepare your life for greater responsibility. As it is written in Luke chapter 16, verse 10, the one who is faithful in very little is also faithful in much, my child. I watch how you handle what seems small, not because I am trying to withhold from you, but because small things reveal what is growing in the heart. Faithfulness in small places becomes strength for larger places. You have gift you have not fully used. You have ideas you have pushed aside because fear told you it was too late. You have lessons from your struggles that could help you make wiser choices. You have abilities that can be sharpened. Do not bury what I placed in you while you are waiting for the next door. Waiting is a place where hidden talent can be developed. David learned faithfulness in the field before standing before the giant. Joseph learned administration in houses and prisons before managing a nation. Moses learned humility in the wilderness before leading people through the wilderness. My child, the quiet season can train you for the visible season. So ask me each morning, Father, what can I prepare today? Not what can I control forever. Not how can I solve everything at once. Just what can I prepare today? One wise step, one honest decision, one act of obedience, one lesson learned, one fear released, one habit strengthened. Do not wait until you feel completely confident. Confidence often grows after obedience, not before it. If you wait until every fear disappears, you may never move. Begin with the light you have. Take the next step that carries peace. Improve what you can improve. Learn what you can learn. Ask for help where wisdom says help is needed. My child, preparation also means protecting your heart from bitterness. If you wait with resentment, the blessing can arrive and still find your soul restless. If you wait with comparison, your eyes may miss the provision I send. If you wait with fear, you may reject the opportunity because it does not look like what you expected. Let me clean the inside while I prepare the outside. Bring me your attitude. Bring me your complaints. Bring me the places where disappointment made you sharp. I will not shame you. I will soften you. I will teach you to wait without becoming hard. I will teach you to prepare without panic. I will teach you to work without worshiping your work, because preparation is not about trusting yourself more than me. It is about partnering with me. You do your part with honesty, and you trust me with what only I can do. You plant, you water, you learn, you save, you forgive, you practice. You apply wisdom, and I bring the growth in the season. I do what's right, as it is written in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Diligence is not fear. Diligence is faithful attention. It is showing up again. It is doing the right thing even when the result is not immediate. It is preparing the vessel before the rain comes. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I will prepare with faith. Say it when laziness whispers. Say it when discouragement rises. Say it when you feel tempted to do nothing because the answer has not appeared. Say it because your waiting can become a workshop where I shape your future. Stay with this message, my child, because I am not calling you to passive hope. I am teaching you active faith. The provision being prepared for you requires a heart that is ready, hands that are faithful, and a mind that is renewed by wisdom. Do not waste the waiting. Use it. Grow in it. Pray in it. Learn in it. Clean what needs to be cleaned. Strengthen what needs to be strengthened. Release what needs to be released. Prepare the place where the blessing will land. Even one quiet improvement today can become a doorway I use tomorrow. Nothing faithful is too small when your heart is surrendered under my loving care. And as you learn to prepare while you are waiting, I will take you deeper into the truth that faith is not only waiting. In the next part, I will show you that faith is also walking, and that the next right step may be closer than you think. My child, now that I have taught you to prepare while you are waiting, I want you to understand another truth. Faith is not only waiting, faith is walking. Faith is not just sitting still with hope in your heart. Faith is taking the next step I show you, even when the whole road is not yet visible. Many people say they are waiting on me, but sometimes they are only hiding behind fear. They say, I am waiting for the perfect moment. I am waiting until I feel ready. I am waiting until every detail is clear. But my child, if you wait for perfect feelings, you may never move. Courage often comes while you are walking, not before your foot touches the road. I do call you to wait at times. There are seasons when stillness is obedience. There are doors. You must not force relationships. You must not chase decisions. You must not rush, and answers you must not manufacture with panic. But waiting on me is different from avoiding the step I have already placed before you. Faith listens. Faith obeys. Faith moves when I say move. Faith forgives when holding resentment feels easier. Faith starts small when fear demands a guarantee. Faith works honestly when shortcuts promise faster results. Faith speaks life when worry wants to speak defeat. Faith gets up again after disappointment and says, Father, show me the next right step. My child, you have prayed for provision, but I also want you to walk toward wisdom. You have prayed for financial peace, but I also want you to make choices that welcome peace. You have asked for open doors, but I also want you to knock with courage when I lead you. I am not calling you to force the blessing. I am calling you to participate with trust. Think of the Israelites at the edge of the sea. Behind them was fear. Before them was water. To their eyes there was no way forward. Yet I told them to move forward. The path opened as they obeyed. My child, sometimes the way does not become clear while you are standing still in fear. Sometimes the next part appears when you take the step I have already shown you. Do not despise a simple step. Call the person, fill out the form, learn the skill, organize the bills, write the plan, ask for wisdom, apologize. Where pride has delayed healing, apply for the opportunity. Begin the work you have been postponing. Clean the small corner of your life that has been stealing your peace. These steps may look ordinary, but obedience often wears ordinary clothes. You may say, "Father, what if I fail?" My child, failure is not final when you bring it to me. A mistake can become a teacher. A wrong turn can become a lesson. A slow beginning can become the start of discipline. Do not let the fear of imperfection keep you from the growth that comes through movement. Peter would never have known the water could hold him if he had stayed in the boat. The first step wasn't easy. The wind was real. The waves were real. But my son's voice was greater than the storm. When Peter looked at him, he walked where fear said he could not walk. And even when he began to sink, the hand of my son reached for him. My child, I am not asking you to walk alone. I am asking you to walk with me. I do not promise that every step will feel comfortable. I promise that I will be present. I do not promise that every road will be easy. I promise that I will give wisdom, strength, correction, and grace as you keep your heart turned toward me. There are gifts inside you that have been waiting for your obedience. There are ideas that need your attention. There are habits that need your decision. There are dreams that do not need another year of fear. They need one step of faith today. You may not be able to do everything, but you can do something. And something surrendered to me can become more than you imagined. As it is written in James chapter 2, verse 17, faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. This does not mean you earn my love by effort. You cannot earn what I give by grace. It means living faith produces movement. A living seed grows. A living flame gives light. A living faith begins to walk. My child, do not let worry control your movement. Worry runs in circles. Wisdom takes steps. Worry repeats the problem. Faith asks for direction. Worry says, "What if everything goes wrong?" Faith says, "What is the next right thing I can do with God beside me?" This is how your heart becomes steady. If you are carrying financial concern, do not only sit in fear. Pray, then look honestly. Pray, then plan wisely. Pray, then learn what you need to learn. Pray, then take responsible action. Pray, then release what is outside your control. Prayer is not an excuse for passivity. Prayer is the place where your action becomes guided. I want you to walk with clean hands and a humble heart. Do not chase dishonest gain. Do not compromise your peace for a quick answer. Do not trade your integrity for temporary relief. What I provide with peace is better than what fear grabs in a hurry. Walk slowly if you must, but walk rightly. My child, the next right step may be smaller than you expected. It may not feel dramatic. It may not impress anyone. But if it is given by me, honor it. A small, obedient step can break a pattern of fear. A small act of courage can reopen hope. A small decision repeated faithfully can change the direction of a life. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I will walk by faith. Say it when fear freezes you. Say it when the road feels uncertain. Say it when you have only enough light for the next step. Say it because your soul must remember that faith is not only waiting. Faith is walking with me. Stay with this message, my child, because I am still renewing the way you move through life. You are not powerless. You are not stuck forever. You are not called to live as if worry is your master. I am guiding you into steps of wisdom, courage, discipline, and trust. Today, ask me what step is yours. Not every step belongs to today. Not every door is ready now, but there is always a way to obey. There is always a way to grow. There is always a way to choose faith over fear. Walk with me, my child. Take the next right step and let your movement become worship. In the next part, I will teach you to speak life over your future, because the words you repeat will shape the courage, expectation, and faith you carry into the days ahead with steady peace, wisdom, and renewed hope today. My child, now that I have called you to walk by faith, I want to speak to the words you carry into your future. Your steps matter, but your words matter too. The way you speak over your life can either strengthen your courage or feed your fear. I want your mouth to agree with hope, not with defeat. You have spoken many words in moments of pressure. Some came from tiredness. Some came from disappointment. Some came from fear after looking at bills, delays, closed doors, and responsibilities that felt too heavy. You said, I cannot handle this. You said, nothing ever changes. You said, maybe it is too late for me. My child, I heard those words, and I also heard the pain beneath them. I do not condemn you for speaking from exhaustion. I know the heart can speak heavily when it has carried worry for too long. But I am inviting you into a new pattern. I want you to stop letting fear write sentences over your future. I want you to stop repeating the language of defeat as if it is truth. Your situation may be difficult, but difficulty is not your master. Words are seeds. What you keep speaking can take root in your heart. If you constantly say there is a hope, your heart begins to expect darkness. If you constantly say you are finished, your courage begins to close. If you constantly say nothing good can happen, you train your eyes to miss the small signs of my goodness already appearing around you. But when you speak with faith, something begins to shift inside you. You may not see the full answer yet, but your heart starts standing again. You may not have every resource yet, but your spirit begins to breathe again. You may not know every step, but your mind begins looking for wisdom instead of only expecting failure. As it is written in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21, death and life are in the power of the tongue. My child, I want you to choose life. Speak life over your future. Speak life over your home. Speak life over your work. Speak life over your ability to learn, grow, begin again, and walk with wisdom. Do not say, I am trapped forever. Say, I am learning to walk forward. Do not say, I have nothing. Say, God can use what is in my hands. Do not say, I always fail. Say, I can grow from what I have learned. Do not say my future is empty. Say my story is still being written by a faithful Father. This is not pretending. This is not denying reality. This is refusing to let fear become the final interpreter of reality. Faith does not close its eyes to the problem. Faith looks at the problem and still remembers that I am greater. Faith looks at the need and still believes I can provide wisdom, opportunity, strength, and peace. My child, your words can either build a bridge toward courage or build a wall around fear. Every time you speak with hope, you place another stone in the bridge. Every time you choose gratitude, you open a window in the room of worry. Every time you declare that I am with you, your soul remembers it is not abandoned. I want you to practice this in ordinary moments. When you wake up and worry speaks first, answer with faith. Say, Father, guide me today. When you look at your responsibilities and feel overwhelmed, say, I will take the next wise step. When you think about money and feel fear rising, say, God sees my needs and will teach me what to do. When shame reminds you of the past, say, I am not finished growing. Some of you have spent years speaking more kindly to others than to yourselves. You encourage friends, comfort family, and lift up people around you. But when you speak inwardly, you speak with harshness. My child, I hear those hidden words too. Stop cursing the heart I am healing. Stop calling worthless what I still call valuable. Stop insulting the life I am still restoring. Speak to yourself with truth and humility. Say, I am loved by God. Say, I am becoming wiser. Say, I can begin again. Say, I will not let one difficult season define my whole life. Say, I will not let financial pressure destroy my peace. Say, I will grow in discipline and trust. There is power in repeating truth when fear repeats lies. Fear is persistent, so faith must also be practiced. You may need to say the truth many times before your emotions catch up. That is all right. A song becomes familiar by repetition. A path becomes clear by walking it again and again. A new mindset forms when truth is planted consistently. As it is written in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. My child, renewal happens when old patterns are replaced with truth. I am not only changing what comes into your hands, I am changing how you think, how you speak, how you expect, how you respond, and how you move through pressure. Do not let careless words drain the strength I am building in you. Do not speak hopelessness over a future I've not finished. Do not speak failure over gifts that still need practice. Do not speak poverty over a mind I am teaching to walk in wisdom. Do not speak loneliness over a life I am still guiding toward the right people in the right doors. If these words are speaking to your heart, let this be your declaration. I speak life today. Say it slowly. Say it when worry rises. Say it when old thoughts return. Say it when the future feels uncertain. Let your tongue become an instrument of faith, not a servant of fear. Stay with this message, my child, because I am renewing more than your words. I am renewing your vision. I am teaching you to see your life through hope, wisdom, and trust. My child, as you have listened to the end of this message, I want you to know that heaven has not forgotten you. Everything I have spoken over your life in this hour is true. Your waiting has not been wasted. Your delay is not denial. The pressure you have carried has been training you, not destroying you. I am still preparing the provision, the peace, and the purpose I have promised. Now, if these words have touched your heart, I invite you to respond in faith. Write Amen in the comments if you receive this word today. If you have been waiting for a long time, comment, my waiting is not wasted, or I trust God's timing. If you are choosing to speak life over your situation, write I speak life, or share the declaration that is rising in your heart right now. Your comments are not just words, they are seeds of faith that can encourage someone else who is reading them. So do not stay silent. Let your faith be seen. If this message has strengthened you, like this video as a sign that you are standing in faith again. And if you know someone who is tired, discouraged, or feeling forgotten, share this word with them. You never know how one share can become the very message that reminds them heaven still sees them. My child, you are loved. You are guided. You are still becoming. Walk forward with hope, wisdom, and trust. I am with you every step of the way. In Jesus' name, amen.